You'd have heard of so many ETFs, exchange traded funds. This is the first time Access Equity ETFs fund of fund. So, which is going to invest in so many domestic equity fund of equity ETFs. So, I'm just going to share what is the reason behind it of launching this NFO Access Equity ETF fund of fund. So, hi, hello, this is Ganesh Sundari, your stock market profit coach and author of the book One Page Stock Market Plan and One Page Mutual Fund Plan. So today let's discuss about this new NFO from Axis. Will it be useful for you and all these informations right now? And okay, so this is the fund which we are going to discuss. Axis Equity Fund of Fund. It's a passive portfolio because it is going to be exchange traded fund. NFO period is between 4th to 18th February 2022. So this is the month it is going to start. Riskometer, it's very high, as we all know, as it is going to be invested in equity. It is very high, nothing to worry. And why this passive investing? Because it's a low cost investment strategy. Rallies relies on broader market wisdom. So when market grows, this is going to grow. ETFs and index funds are popular vehicles to passive investing. As we all know, passive investing is nothing but they follow the index, which means Sensex or Nifty or whatever, or sector like IT or FMCG. And if the index grows, this fund is going to grow. And there is not going to be an active management, which means active investing is nothing but fund manager is going to invest the money in particular stocks, take, invest, do regularly over a period of monthly or weekly basis. But when it comes to passive investing, only when the index is going to change, the fund manager is going to change something in this mutual fund, or else he's not going to do any such change. So the risk is being brought down. So removes the risk of security selection because index is something only the top performing funds will be there in the stocks will be there in the index. So if this is being copied, so nothing is going to change. So it is a huge advantage of investing in Axis Equity ETF. So as I said, passive or active, this is for people who want stable returns, who has never invested in equity mutual funds. So this is the way you can start investing. So portfolio aim to beat broad market index, active mutual funds. Say market index is Nifty is going to give you 15%. This passive investment will also give you around 14 to 15%. But in case of active mutual funds, you can get even better returns, say 18 or 20. So this is a huge difference between passive and active mutual funds. So the more transparency in ETF because they are going to copy the index. When it comes to active mutual fund, it purely depends upon the fund manager's stock selections. So it will look less transparent because it's not going to be updated. You will come to know what are the stocks only at the end of the month, and before you come to know there may be a change in the portfolio. So that is the reason the transparency. Apart from that, there is no big difference. Potential for alpha. Say for example, index is 15%. In ETF, you will get lesser than that because index is something what is there in the stock exchange. Mutual fund is going to give you something lesser. But when it comes to active mutual fund, there is a possibility of higher alpha of more than 2%, 2%, 5%, or even 10% when the market is rallying. So passive products started improving from less than 50,000 crore in December 18 to December 21. 3 years, almost three times the portfolio, three times the ETF total ETF value. That is the growth of passive investing till now. So the right equity ETF that is also matters a lot because there is a lots of ETFs, Nifty, Sensex, sectoral, thematic. So many are there. Just look at diversified broad market equity is around 77%, and sectoral thematic is falling. And in December 2021, the broad market equity is 83%, and the sectoral or thematic has gone down. The IT focused, FMCG focused, infra focused that has gone down. And market segment has performed differently in different areas. Large cap, mid cap, small cap. In the last 10 years, if you look at certain times large cap has performed better and certain times small cap has performed better. That is a huge difference between the way the market has performed. The difference in different market conditions. Just look at rising market, falling market, rising, flat, rising, narrow, rising. So in all the areas, if you look at the change, the returns has been totally different. So that is the reason you need to know, is it possible for as an individual to look after this and invest accordingly? It will be a hectic task. So it's not for everybody's cup of tea. And if you look at the sectors also will differ. The performance of sectors will differ based on the market condition. In financial year 2011, autos has contributed minus 20%. Till 2014, it has been 52%. From there, from 18, the auto sector has declined minus 22, minus 11, 12%, 19%. So this has been the case, and it will be a totally different in case of metals. In 2011, it is minus 47%, and in 2021, 2022, 2020, and 2021, it is more than 50%. So this is how the sectors will differ. So what we can do is allocate ETFs accordingly, and there is a diversified broad market means large cap, mid cap, and diversified. And sectoral thematic is sectoral ETF. They are. This is a sample way how it will be done. So this is a reason the Axis is launching Axis Equity ETFs Fund of Fund to provide long-term capital appreciation to your portfolio plus sectoral thematic management so that you are getting a better returns because IT sector has given better returns in the last 10 plus years. So if you are looking at ETF also, IT ETF would have done much better. So what they are going to do, exposure to all equity ETF based on the market conditions and minimal tracking error because there is not going to be much change. So that is the reason they are launching this. And this is a fun fact, exit load is 1% for 15 days and nil thereafter. So anything, if you are selling after 15 days, nothing. Minimum investment is 5,000 rupees. Benchmark is Nifty 500 TR, total return index, and NFO period, as I said, 4th Feb to 18th Feb. So this is what Axis Equity ETFs Fund of Fund is all about. So if you're somebody has not invested in mutual funds, please go and invest in this Axis Equity ETFs Fund of Fund because it's going to track the broader market. And uh, I'm a mutual fund distributor. And before investing, if you want a clarity, please go and check with investment advisor so that you get a clarity before investing. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video with one of your friend who has lots of doubts on mutual funds and see whether he is able to understand this equity ETF fund of fund and invest in it. Thank you.